We hear a lot from environmentalists, conservationists about the need to win battles. Send us X amount of money so we can beat up on such and such a company. And there's a certain type of people that kind of love that. And but if you're starting out to save something that everybody hates, and they'd really rather spend money to kill it than to save it, you got to get a whole lot more clever than just asking them for money to save the animal. So I don't think it was because I was particularly smart or anything, but I had to learn early on to win friends instead of battles. And what I found was if I went about it right and I won enough friends, I didn't need to win the battles. And that's become kind of a dominant part of my approach to conservation is, first of all, you listen to people, and I don't care if they say, I had fun burning a bat cave in which I killed thousands of bats or whatever they say. We shouldn't be dwelling in the past. It's the future that counts. And we've all made crazy mistakes in the past, and we wouldn't want to be hated for the rest of our lives for what we did wrong before we knew what was right. But I found that if I listened to people and took them seriously and understood that even the person with the wildest tale probably had some reason for believing it, and the more I listened and understood, the better I became at countering it. And also, I always had the attitude of, I'm not here to just help bats. I'm here to help people and bats. And if you got a problem, I want to know what it is. I want to understand it, and then maybe I can help you solve it. And so I learned to be good at listening to people. And I'm sure you've experienced a good share of winning is just listening. Most people will like you if you just take time to listen to them, even if you are at opposite poles as what you believe. And so by learning to listen well and then having the attitude that, what can I do to help you? I was able to change a hell of a lot of people's minds about bats.
So a lot of people, they have this idea about bats. It's based on like horror movies, vampire movies, and whenever you see like Halloween decorations, there's always bats involved. Bats are thought of as like a creepy, kind of scary animal.
Well, that's all part of just not understanding. In fact, one of the big problems for bats is that, out of the more than 1,400 species in the world, the vast majority of them, we hardly know a thing about them other than that they've got a name. And they fly erratically. They live in places that people often consider kind of spooky, the basement or the attic or the cave. And we don't know what they're going to do next because they fly so erratically and they're associated with the night. I mean, even people who work at night aren't trusted as much as people that work in the daytime.
That's true, right? That's true. Night shift people are kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.